Alright, let's get into it. Balance update or plan on comprehensive balance follow-up in 2.11. We're giving some quick buffs to the biggest losers to teams, the Win Brothers. Okay, so this is just like basically they changed items which directly affect these champions. So like for example, like Yasuo and Yone, these champions are completely defined by items, not by their kit or anything like that. So that's why they're probably getting some small buffs here and there. Along with Kindred, it seems. Although Kindred seems actually disgustingly good. I don't know why they buffed her. Oh, let's see. Patch highlights. Yeah. Alright. Alright, action. Okay, this champion is gross, by the way. Alright, but anyway, passive AP ratio added to damage, shield decrease, Q AP ratio added to bonus movement speed. Magic damage on third stack, 10 to 165 to 10 to at least on level plus 6. So this is just what they're making Akshan AP now? 40 to 280 plus 35 AD scaling champion level to 40 to 280 plus scaling non-linear minor base set growth. Okay. For early and mid game. Okay, so you lose a little bit of the shield early mid game, but like if you're, I imagine this AP ratio is here because of Rage Blade, and I think they picked that up, right? They say yeah. Okay. So, I mean, maybe there's a world where this shield is or this magic damage is so insane that you actually start going AP on Akshan. You go like Rage Blade, maybe even Static, Nashers. That would be kind of funny. New Kraken Slayer. There's definitely some things that explore there because a 60% AP ratio is not small by any means. It can be like large bursts. You have 100 AP, that's an extra 60 damage for free? Oh man, that's just like, that's kind of gross, no? Bonus move speed upon hitting an enemy champion, 40% flat to 40% plus 5% per 100 AP. Okay, like I think there's a word where like hybrid Akshan is actually like probably pretty good. Akshan's probably gonna be a really popular solo queue pick now. I can't imagine seeing him too much in pro play as there's no real niche he really fills right now. I mean, you could see him in top hypothetically, like as a top mid flex. But if you're gonna pick someone in the mid lane, you're probably not gonna pick Akshan. Yeah, I mean, this is just like for Akshan players in solo queue, this is like a massive buff for them, especially with all the new item changes. I expect like next patch to be filled with a bunch of nerfs. Yeah, you can DM me on Twitter. That's fine. Kalista EAP ratio added to slow and damage. Again, this is just for Rage Blade. So 10 to 42 to 10 to 42 plus 5% per 100 AP. Plus 20%. So 20% AP here is negligible. Additional stack damage 10 to 34. Oh, that's a little bit noticeable there. Kindred, same thing. We're just adding, again, these are just because of Rage Blade. These are all champs that are going to be building Rage Blade. But don't have the actual AP ratio, so it kind of feels like dead. If you remember, like, a while back, or even, you could even say, like, or not, no, not last patch, but a while back, maybe a year or two ago, when Rage Blade was, maybe more than that, had an AP ratio, or had AP with it, Vayne would build it all the time, but if you feel like such a dead, like, okay, it's a dead stat because Vayne obviously has no AP ratios and you're getting Rage Blade for AP. Or to be kind of a hybrid thing, but it was so good on Vayne that you had to build it. So now it's kind of nice that they're giving like a little bit of AP ratios. But it does that can be that can mean off meta builds as well. So we'll see what makes of it. This slow really doesn't mean too much. I mean, it's like kind of nice, right? Like you're never getting 100 AP on Kindred. Yeah, you're never getting 100 AP on Kindred. You're just going on hit build and then tanky. So it's like it's nice, right? It's like adding a little bit of salt at the end of a meal or at the end of your steak or whatever. It's nice. Q damage to monsters increase. W damage to monsters increase. R Y. Wait, what? Nico's Jungle has seen a lot of post rework, but sit at the worst regularly played role champ combo in the game. So we're bumping up her clear speed to be a bit more to give Nico Jungle players a fair shot. It's likely we have to reassess her jungle powers faded up to. On another note, we're also putting a bit more power back into Nico's R burst now that we've seen the spell on live. The reliability of the new ultimate is looking good, but nerfs overshot compensating for the new consistency. Oh, sorry, my mic did some weird stuff. This is on 150 to 550. We'll get to the jungle thing in a sec, but okay. So the damage change is the same. So basically, it scales a bit better because you have more AP ratio on it. This just makes Nico so insane. By the way, like if you were a jungle player, pick up Nico. You will gain elo. I'm not even joking. Like Nico jungle before was good. Like I was clearing pretty fast with Nico jungle on PBE, and these changes weren't even on. So the fact that they're giving this much bonus damage, let's see, we're giving, dude, it's so much. Because you have to imagine like your Q is proccing 3 times. So at level 1, already you're getting 15 extra damage per Q. And in Nico's clear, you're usually queuing a camp relatively like 2 to 3 times. So you're getting a lot of damage, and that's just like going higher with each level you put into it. You go QW and you're getting more damage. So every third auto you're also getting 25 more damage. So that is very good for Nico. Yeah, I would expect Nico to be definitely in pro play. And definitely in solo queue. She should be a solo queue monster right now. If you haven't picked her up, you should have. You should. She's disgusting. Vayne Rageblade, yeah. I mean, what? 50%? That's a lot, actually. But it's not anything too noticeable. Alright, we got crit strike item changes. We got a big update to creditization up, creating a much more open ecosystem of crit items players are excited to buy. Yes! Currently, the functions has two sets of critical fragments: cracking, Gale Force, Shield Bow, and Infinity Edge, Quick Blaze, Rage Blade. Ultimately, we feel that IE, Quick Blaze, Rage Blade, and Gale Force actually fit the role of a mythic item the best, so the other items are being demoted to legendary status and returned to fit that role. Okay, so they're making ADC items more flexible, is the TLDR of that. Bloodthirster. Alright, so Bloodthirster needs a new niche with the lifesteal item space, so buying BT is a shot call that you'll remain healthy and undisturbed on the backline and helps top off your health between engagements. So you probably won't see BT built that much. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking here, and it seems very niche. Like, I don't think. Let's see, we're getting more lifesteal, but we're losing the Ichor shield. So basically, like, old Bloodthirster used to be this thing where, like, oh, you'd get basically effective HP by lifestealing on minions. It was really popular on Aphelios because he had it on his Severing weapon as long as overheal with Bloodthirster's Ichor Shield. It was just like you could get like 1,000 HP for free. So it'd be really hard to engage those targets and like just completely burst in town. Now Bloodthirster have shifted from like a like kind of protective role to now like flip to 180. It's like an aggressing thing. So like you're going to want to dish out a lot of damage with Bloodthirster. Because while you're above 50%, now you gain 10 to 40, which honestly scales pretty horribly. 10 to 40 is not that much, so... But it's for free. So it's like, it's a niche, for sure. Like, I mean, right off the bat, I can see, like, Yone Yasuo building it. Who else can I see building it? I can see Graves building it. Aphelios will probably never buy this item now. ADCs probably never really want to buy Bloodthirster anymore. Aside from, like, let's say Draven, right? Draven's probably still buying this. This is probably really good for Draven, actually. Draven probably loves this item. No lie. Yeah, it's definitely a more early... It's a mid-game item, but it's like, come late game, you don't really feel it. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to Gale Force here. Gale Force has changed a decent amount. So we got the item recipe changing. Total cost is unchanged. Attack 60 to 55. Attack speed 20 to 15. New bonus move speed. That's nice. Getting bonus move speed is always nice. Okay. Active cloud burst. Dash and deal 150 to 350. Plus up to 250. Based on critical strike chance. Physical damage to the lowest... Oh, that's good. It used to be magic damage. Now it's physical. To the lowest health enemy nearby. Prioritizing champions. Oh. Lowest health enemy nearby. So technically it can hit minions. But... prioritizing champions. Damage is increased based on your target's missing health. So it's an execute now. Cooldown same. Maximum execute threshold 25% current health. Maximum execute threshold strength 60% bonus damage. Wow, so at 25% health, you're doing 60% bonus? Yo, what the hell? Gale Force is so good. It's changing, like, you can still use it defensively as like a pseudo flash, right? As like a free dash if you're dashless. But it's going to be used much more aggressively now when whoever's going to buy this. I mean, you're going to see like huge burst damage comes out of ADCs that like if they want to burst you, they will. They're going to unleash full combo into Gale Force as like an execute or vice versa. So wow. It's gonna be pretty. This is gonna be. You're gonna have to watch out for certain ADCs that are just gonna like come up to you and one shot you. Maybe like Jin builds this item. I can see Jin building this item. Maybe Ezreal. Maybe it depends. What other stuff has changed, but I can see maybe Ezreal building this. I can see Yasuo and Yone building this as well. I mean, it's a lot of extra damage. Tryndamere. This is gonna be something that's gonna help gap close and like use much more aggressively than before. Typhoon. This is orange armament for Gale Force. You're losing 10 AD. You're losing 5 attack speed, but you're gaining 3 movement speed. I mean, 10% is like really nice. I'd probably say it's more valuable than the attack speed. The attack damage hurts a little bit, but it's definitely more valuable. Alright, Rage Blade's now mythic. It costs 600 more gold. Attack damage. Unique vest. I mean, this item's just so good. So fucking good. Attack supply, 30 magic damage on hit. Convert your crit chance into up to 150 more. Season strides basic attacks to grant a stack of 8% attack speed up to 4 times and max out everything. Basically, uh, if you're buying Rageblade, you're like, I'm pretty sure you're never buying PD anymore because you're already gaining attack speed. Like, I'd be very surprised. Maybe Vayne still goes PD Rageblade, but other than that, this is so good, man. Every third attack applies on hit effect twice. Beautiful. Yeah. Powers each, and then this is gonna be the god item for hybrid users. Hybrid on hit is gonna fucking love this item, because then you get the insane mythic passive of legendary. You get the 5% armor pen and magic pen. It's like so good. Seething Sorrow upgrade, wonderful. Hearthbound Axe, alongside the various large mythic and updates, we're also making a slew of efficiency focused changes to epic items. However, I received efficiency buffs. Nice. So it's costing 100 more, and we're gaining 5 attack damage. Sure. I mean, this item is not that good, but at least they're helping it a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure this only builds into a few items now. So it's like what, like Stride Breaker, it builds into probably, right? And Wit's End. Is there any others? It's very niche. Mortal Shimo, demoted into legendary. We determined that stat line. Mythic, okay. 50, 20. So wow, relatively unchanged. Went down 400 gold. No more attack speed. Lifeline trigger shields range. If you take damage, I would reduce your below 30% of your maximum health. You gain 50 to 630. Based on if you would take damage, I would reduce 30. Again. So they nerfed the shield a bit because it's not mythic anymore. It's legendary. So you no longer gain AD, but you gain attack speed. So this is ADC's new protection item. Instead of Bloodthirster, I guess people are building this. The problem with that is, I don't really... Yeah, basically instead of Bloodthirster, they're building now this item. But I don't know how valuable that is when there might be other possible options to consider. Off the top of my head, GA. GA could be an option. But sometimes, the problem with GA is sometimes you're dying regardless. So maybe this shield bow is... I mean, if you need protection, this is the item to go, right? Infinity Edge. Now mythic item. Honestly? So this is like old IE. Not like old IE, I mean like old IE. But this doesn't look all that good. I'll be honest. Like, the one thing like really difficult about IE is its build path. It's BF sword, pickaxe, cloak. So it's super hard to actually build. You have to have like basically perfect recalls. You have to have a lot of money, and it doesn't feel good to build. And when you complete it now, I mean, you're still gonna feel like IE on its own isn't doing all that much to you. You're basically, this is just a pure damage, pure crit strike chance. Like, you're never, unless you're Jhin, I can't see you wanting this first. But even then, yeah, even then, maybe you just go Gale Force. Yeah, I think this is too awkward to build. There's like an argument like, does Yone or Yasuo even go this anymore? Sorry, I'm yawning, but I don't even think Yone or Yasuo go IE anymore. With the amount of damage they're adding to Gale Force, the move speed, like, I feel like you're just getting much more from Gale Force because it's a lot easier to build. Look at the possible. Like, you have Zeal, great item. If you have enough gold, you can go to BF Sword. But then you also have Longsword. Like, it fits really nicely. You get the move speed, you get attack speed. Like, it fits way more nicely than IE. Finality, you're just getting straight AD. So, like, this is maybe good on Jhin. Depends, I guess. I guess IE is more consistent damage late game with the crits, but, like, Gale Force is going to be way more burst. I can't see a lot of people building with Rageblade and Gale Force being in the game now. I see very little people building IE. Curse Shard. This item is insane now. This item gets so much damage now. So they removed the attack speed, which is great because most people that bought Curse Shard aren't like attacking all. I mean, they're attacking a lot, but like it's more valuable to have the AD than to have the attack speed. In that sense, it felt really shit. But now it's just Longsword into Curse Shard, which is wonderful. And you're dealing your energized attacks deal 6. They nerfed it a bit. What? 80 to 60? Sure, but you get AD, so it's so much more valuable. This is gonna be a great item. Kraken. This item's still fucking cracked. So instead of true damage, all right, we're losing 25 attack damage. We're losing 5, or we're gaining 5 attack speed. And then we have the bring it down unique passive now. Every third attack applies 20 plus 60% total AD plus 45% bonus AP magic damage. Subsequent triggers on the same target within 6 seconds increases damage by 50% up to a maximum of 100% increased damage. Like, dude, this is so gross. You just go Rageblade, Kraken, and you're melting. It's disgusting. You just go Rageblade, Kraken, and you go full tank, and you have all the damage in the world. Maybe you can... Oh my god. Dude, this is so much damage. I have no words. Like, this item is going to be so good. Lucian probably loves this item. Trying to think. Any on-hit user, Akshan. It is magic damage now, so it's not true damage, but regardless, it is so good. Expect to see this item a lot. Scimitar, bonus magic resist. Cool, thank you. Mortal Reminder, a bit more AD. Sure. Alright, Navori Quick Blades. It's now mythic. It's the same. You get ability haste. Yeah, it's the same. It's just switched to mythic. So the people that were buying it are still gonna buy the Void Quickly Blades, likely. There might be an exception with Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa might still go Rageblade. Zeri's. I don't know if Zeri wants to go Rageblade. I haven't seen too much gameplay. I'd imagine Rageblade's still fine on her. She does do a lot of mix. Also, expect to go like a lot of like magic resistance items in this patch. Like all these like on hit effects are all magic damage. So people that are usually AD heavy are actually doing a lot of AP. So yeah, I mean nothing's really changed in the Void Quickblade. Literally, it just they just said it's not legendary, it's mythic, and they changed literally nothing. Literally just changed it. Noon Quiver no longer builds into any mythic item. That's it. That's the update. Okay. Thank you. Phantom Dancer, 200 extra gold, 5% extra attack speed. Oh, now Hearthbound Axe built into it. I don't love it. to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. I could care less. I think Phantom Dancers no one's gonna buy unless you're like Vayne. I see very little people gonna buy this. With if they can build Rage Build, they will, and they definitely build Rage Blade over Phantom Dancer. Rage Knife, so it's built into Rage Blade, I assume. Cost 1,200 gold, so 400 gold up. But this is so much better. This item grants 20 magic damage on hit. It doesn't get rid of your crit yet. And you have a mini stacking. Oh my god. Attacks grant 5. Dude, this is so good. Rage Knife, great item. Great component item. Like, gives a lot of power. Rapid Fire Cannon. Now, Rapid Fire Cannon is now up 500 gold. But it now gives 30 attack damage instead of the fucking 35% attack speed. So this is actually really great, because what Rapid Fire Cannon, what a trend you would see is they just go in for that one auto and then they back off and they wait for the auto again. So the actual attack speed was kind of useless on Rapid Fire because you're not attacking a lot, you're just attacking when you have the energized auto. So the AD, for people that are building Rapid Fire Cannon, the AD is an incredible buff. Energize applies 120 magic damage flat. To your Energize applies 60 to 140 based on level bonus magic damage in addition to so you're doing a bit more damage late game. So scales. Now it scales, so it's not just a flat. So it's nice. It scales harder for later. This is gonna be a better item for sure. It's gonna be nice. Reverb mode cheaper, 300 gold cheaper, and 10 less attack speed. And instead of 15 bonus physical damage on hit, now it's 15 bonus magic damage. Yeah, I mean, I think this is straight up buff. It costs 300 less. And the magic damage on hit is very nice. You lose 10 attack speed, but it's 300 gold cheaper. I think this is a buff for that item. Runehands. Okay. Runehands has grown to 2,800 gold to help place it in a direct consideration with other marksman items. On-hit damage with less attack speed should help it find a home in on-hit builds at risk over capping their attack speed. While on increased AD ratio on the bolt should help it find a home in more crit-focused builds. The rules update around finding minions to hit is meant to reduce the number of cases where noticeable fire. Okay. So less attack speed for only 5% less. It went up 200 gold. Attack applies 30 magic damage on hit. That's nice. Okay. Unique passive. You for bolt damage 40% to 50% total AD. Okay. Wind's Fury now additionally searches for any minion in range if no champion can be found. So it's more consistent. I think Runehands is going to be a great item for these on-hit builds. That's it. If you need AoE and you're on-hit build, you're going to build Runehands. Static Shiv. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Static Shiv is back. Like fucking Riot said. Oh my god, it's so wonderful. But this item's really weird. So it costs 3k gold, 45 attack damage, 25% attack speed, 20% crit strike chance, and it's shift proc. It fires a chain lightning that applies 60 to 170 plus 50% AP bonus magic damage. These energized attacks will hit 6 to 12 targets. That's a lot. They chain to the next target within 600 range every time it deals damage, and they deal 120% bonus damage to minions. The very key point here, it no longer crits. And because Static Shiv no longer crits, it's not that great of an item for, honestly, like AD is like, I'm pretty sure you're never going to build this on Yone or Yasuo. You're never going to build this if you need AoE in team fights. This is purely a like sure, you'll get a little bit extra damage, but this is mainly a wave clear item now, which really sucks. It does scale with bonus AP, so I did this myself, but I'm sure you've seen a Vagar build this item and just stack a bunch of AP, and now his autos do fucking like 1k damage. It's a little ridiculous, but you'll probably see this more on hybrid users who can get more AP so that the actual chain lightning does more damage. Maybe even Zeri, because she lacks some wave clear. It's probably really nice. Akali. I can see Akali building this item because her wave clear is so bad that this probably helps her wave clear a lot. And the electric, because she's dashing all over the place, she's going to get that shift proc a lot of times. And it's going to scale with her. So I can... Actually, I kind of want to try an Akali build with static shift. That sounds really fucking fun. Stormrazor. Up 300 gold. Okay, 55 AD, 50% attack speed, so... And your energized attack, so instead of slowing, now grants 45% move speed. Really nice item. I think this is the new go-to for a bunch of ADCs. They've just been building Stormrazor a lot. Yeah, I mean, solid item. Collector, buff to Collector. I think I saw some tweet by Vagar V2 that now building Collector early is more viable. You know, you build the Dirk early, and then if you're ahead, you can finish Collector, because now it takes 90 armor for it to do the same damage as LDR, not considering Giant Slayer bonus, of course. So it is more viable to build Collector early. Do I think LDR is better? Of course. Do I think LDR with Collector is insane? Abso-fucking-lutely. Is Collector still good versus tanks, ironically? Yes. So you build Collector if you think you look at the enemy team comp, if you're winning early and there's some squishies, you can build Collector, but you also want to keep in mind, oh, they have tank, I'll build LDR next, and then you're fucking destroying tanks as well. Zeal nerf hurts, bonus move speed, no longer a unique passive, so. And then you're getting lower movement speed, so. It was so cost effective, so it's kind of sad to see this. Duskblade, okay. So the Night Stalker passive will no longer empower your next basic attack, okay. New unique passive, your spells deal up additional 15% bonus damage based on the target's maximum. So I thought this item was going to be fucking insane. But it's not. It's really bad. It's really bad. So when a champion you have damage within the past 3 seconds dies, you become invisible for 1.5. That's the old one, right? Now it's when a champion you have damage within the past 3 seconds dies, you become untargetable by non-structures. And that sounds so good, doesn't it? It sounds so good. Untargetable? First thing you think, you're like, oh my god, Zyult? Oh my god, Fizz Trollpool? Oh my god, Vlad W? You're like, oh, dude, this is so good. And then you read this next part. This effect does not destroy incoming missiles and breaks upon taking any action that would normally exit stealth. 10-second cooldown. So it just kills this item. Basically, you can get one kill and probably get out. That's how they probably want you to use it. But you can't chain it like you can the old Duskblade, where you'd kill someone and then you'd stealth and then you kill another person, immediately stealth. It doesn't work like that. It's got a 10-second cooldown. Also, the effect does not destroy incoming missiles. So if you manage to kill someone barely and there's a bunch of shit targeting you, and you go untargetable, it's still gonna hit you. It's not like Trollpool where you can get like, oh, it just fizzles. So I mean, I've seen this item work on Samira. It's probably okay on Samira, but it's just not that good, unfortunately. It's especially with these other assassin items that are coming out. Prowler's Claws, now legendary tier. Down 100 gold, down 5 damage and ability haste, down 3 lethality. No more has an active, but after dashing, blinking, or exiting stealth, your next attack on an enemy deals X amount of damage. 85 plus 45 AD, 65 plus 30% AD for range. That's not even that big. and then your attack goes to slows. So this is gonna be gonna like Ezreal. Like Ezreal's gonna use this anyone with dash blink who innately has some like auto attacks in their combo, i.e. like Zed. Rengar probably loves this fucking item. And I've seen too many Rengars, dude. I just want to stop. Youmuu's, this item is ridiculous. This needs to be nerfed ASAP. If you want to climb, pick some assassin, pick Youmuu's, roam across the map, and just start killing everything. Because this item you get 5 more AD, costs 100 more, which is so fine for what this item does now. You get 5 more gold, get 5 more ability haste, you get 25% bonus move speed on the active, so you get 5% more. You no longer just get bonus out of movement combat speed, but moving generates spectral shards up to 100. For each stack, gain 0.4 movement speed, so maximum 40. So it's the same at 100. At maximum stacks, gain 8 to 20 lethality. These stacks reset 3 seconds after dealing damage. Who cares? Who cares about that? They fizzle after 3 seconds. You have 3 seconds where this item is giving you so much lethality. It is disgusting. And then, oh, by the way, I only, for the mythic passive, I only gave your other items 5 AD. This gives you 7. So you're getting like about, what, like 40% extra value? So you're getting so much AD, so much lethality. It's so gross, man. This item's so gross. Support item changes. Now all these support items are really cheap. I'm sure you'll see against like Abyssal Mask is super good. Because it's a lot easier to build. You no longer have to build this stupid Catalyst. And basically they just nerfed a bunch of its stats. Like for example, the health, it's down to 50. It's down, but it's up in magic resist, and the unique passive stay the same. You just don't have the eternity. So this item's really good, like super good. I can see this item being rushed pretty fast, especially with all the on hit AP damage that's gonna be done. Ardent Sensor 2100. Basically, support items are getting super cheap. You just get 5 movement speed. The rest are the same. You do get 25% less ability power, so I mean, you're building Ardent Sensor really for the passive, so it's not gonna change whether or not you buy this item. New item, Chalice of Blessing. Total cost 950. Ruby Crystal, Fairy Charm plus 250 gold. Health 200. Base mana regen. Harmony is a great item for supports. Get health regen and mana regen. Can't ask for much more than that. 950 gold, pretty cheap. Yeah. Chemtech Putrefier. Never buy this item. This item's trash. If you're ever building this item on support, you're trolling. So please, if you're ever building this item, stop it. And don't. Tell someone else to get the fucking anti-heal. It's not worth it for you as a support with your limited income already to spend 2100 on a dead item. So Echoes of Helia, this item is so cool. It costs 2300. Chalice of Blessings plus Band of Glass plus 40. Ability power 30. Health 200. Ability is 15. Base mana general 25. Soul Siphon. Dealing damage to your enemy champions grants a soul shard up to 2. A healing or shielding an ally consumes all soul shards. Restores 20 to 100 based on ally's level health. And 30 to 200 damage based on ally's health per shard to your nearest enemy champion. Gain 3 ability power per 25% mana regen, so you're getting some of the ability power back when you're building stuff like Ardent, because you get the base mana regen, so that will be converted into AP. So if you build Echoes of Helia, 1 year this item is gonna gain sorry, math is hard right now. 15? Yeah, am I right? Yeah, 15 extra ability power, so this is gonna be at 45. And then this is giving another 9. So you're approaching around the same AP value. It's still nerfed. You still have less, but you know, it's at least like something if you build this item. Crowd to Shrieking City. That's a lot of AP just given. And mana regen. So that's a wow. Ornn upgrading Echoes of Helia is fucking nuts. Evan Shroud, it's just nothing. Everything's unchanged. Yeah, it's just less gold. Imperial Mandate, no more health, less gold, same thing, and it's a legendary now. I don't know why they didn't mention that. Oh, they did. We shift down to legendary. So this is gonna be great for like Nami and stuff. They can probably provide a lot of damage with Echoes of Helia, along with Imperial Mandate. Knight's Vow, cost down. This is a buff for this item. This item is heavily underrated, and I think more champions need to buy this item, especially tanks like Scion, so they can protect their carries. Lifewell Pendant, solid item. 1050 gold, Cloth Armor Ruby, 350. I mean, this is going to be your go-to. If you need armor, and you can build an item with this, you're just going to build this early and profit. 25 armor, 155. It's basically the 80 version of Seekers, in a way. So, thank you. Sports are going to buy this. You might even buy it. Depending on what it goes into. I'm guessing it goes into Knight's Vow. Yeah, it does. So, like, tanks can easily buy this top lane and then buy Knight's Vow later. It seems so good. Locket builds in now too. The Locket's the same. It's the same, other than you have a better build path with Lifewell Pendant. Lifewell Pendant's really nice because now you don't have to fucking save a bunch of money for... Oh god, what was it called? Aegis? Yeah, so... Mikhail's, no ability haste, no more magic resist. Health, that's probably better for the supports building it. Unique prize gain 25% base for every... I believe... Wait, doesn't this remove? It disables harmony. Okay, so you build Echoes of Helia, you kinda don't want to build... You kinda don't want to build Mikhail's. I mean, you will if you have to, but it's like you lose the harmony. Not the end of the world, but it still sucks. But you do get the AP, so it's not the end of the world. You do, instead of gaining the health regen, you get 12 AP additionally. It's not bad. Moonstone Renewer, 200 less gold. As you can see, all these support items are super cheap now, so it's not uncommon for, as an ADC, you're like, oh, I'm 2 items, and then you're like, whoa, my support is also 2 items, maybe even 3. What has changed about this? Less ability power, that's fine. Healing or shield ally change to the nearest allied champ, excluding yourself. Healing for 20 to 35% of allies. Shielding. So basically all the AoE, like big healing, shielding. Soraka loves this. Your standard, if you need to peel more than you need to do damage in a game, you're probably building Moonstone. It's actually a lot of extra healing and shielding. Radiant Virtue is now a support item. Supports can build it. That's the TLDR of this. It costs 2,700. The actual effect is nerfed, so you're never building this on tanks. You're just building this purely on supports, or maybe even like support junglers. Redemption, great item. No more ability haste. Has the harmony. I prefer the ability haste, honestly, over the harmony on redemption. So, oh, they actually, wait, they did change. Oh, they did change it. Hold on. After 2.4, what is different? Oh, it's more healing. That's it. You get more healing from this item. Shirelia's down 200 gold. It's the same. Cool. Staff. Movement speed. Nice. That's gonna be nice. Watch for Warzone can be purchased after players support item 1100. Base mana regen. Playing against. No. Grants an 8% increase to bonus health, bonus attack. How's that new? Has that always been the case for that? Oh, Vigil Riders can only put your complete support. Are these different items? Grants a 20% increase. Oh, I see. So now this has the same effects of this. I see. It just gets upgraded. So 8%, then it goes to 20. Wow, 20 is a lot. Zeke's, same thing, just cheaper. Divine Thunder is getting a buff. 125 base AD plus 6%, 2%. Oh, so a little nerf for tanks, but I mean, I think it's overall buff. I think it's fine. People aren't buying Divine Cinder solely because of tanks. It's nice, and it still has that damage, but you're building it because of the healing and damage that you can do, so. Fibble with their Shield no longer consume mana. This might make people want to build this item a lot more. The problem is it's a tier item, so I mean Tark probably builds this. That's about it. Maybe some champs in the top lane. Force of Nature Dissipate no longer gives multiplicative magic damage reduction. That sucks, but 30 bonus magic resist is also a lot. So basically, if you stay in the fight, you're alive in the fight longer, you're gonna get more value out of Force of Nature from before, because you're gonna get 90 magic resist, but you don't just get instant value from it. Gore Drinker, nice. 100 HP down, or 100 gold down, get a bit more AP or health. Now gives 5% movement speed on Hullbreaker. That's a little bit obnoxious, as they probably like to weave in and out of like split pushing and then backing off and then pushing again. So it's going to be a little bit harder to catch people who are using Hullbreaker. LDR, really nice changes in LDR. That's now physical and magical damage, not just physical. Lost Chapter. This is also huge because what happened is instead of 1300, now Lost Chapter is 1100, which means you can really not cheese, but early game, like you can, if you're playing a mage mid with TP, you take Sapphire Crystal refill level 1 on game spawn, and then you farm 3 waves with Futures Market, you reset, you have Lost Chapter already, and that's so crazy. I don't think you guys understand how fucking crazy that is to just have Lost Chapter that early. And against other mages, if you out-tempo them like that, they can't keep up with your mana sustain. Maul's getting, wow, a pretty big nerf. Maul sucks. 100, costs 100 less gold, but the cooldown's longer. Like 25 seconds. That doesn't, I guess, matter all that much, because most of the time you're not like using the Maul shield on cooldown, like one after another. So it probably doesn't make too big of a difference, but the duration is kind of shitty. It means there's more room to play around. Rabadon's more AP. Okay. I mean, Rab will take that. Stark's Gauge, well, you see this item built a lot more now that it also gives Tenacity. Tenacity was a big part of Stark's Gauge, that's why it wasn't being built. And now that it's back, it'll be built again. Stradbaker. Extra 10 damage, appreciated. Again, niche item, only certain people build Stradbaker. Triforce, 3 full strike duration, 3 to 5. Oh, that's nice. An extra 2 seconds, so it can you can constantly be in the fight. Oh, you'll probably see Triforce built a bit more in top lane. instead of Divine Thunder now because of this 5-second duration. That's really nice actually. Early game redemption, fountain mana. Oh, so basically like scaling champions are a bit better now, in a way. Because basically you're getting at a fountain faster because you're getting most of the time when you're sitting in base you're waiting for mana, not HP. So you're getting the mana back a bit faster, and then with this, home guards are now active at 14 minutes, so it means you get the lane faster. They just, yeah, it's a little. We'll see how this goes. It just means like games will like draw out a bit longer. Blast cone spawn time is gonna be. So you're reducing early game roaming, gank pressure. That's again, all this is saying. Let's stall out the game a bit more. Minions and mid. Now there's people are gonna have to get used to kind of like proper timings and as far as mid laners. Because mid laners will meet at the same time as side lanes. This falls off after 14 minutes. Wait, what? Except for the first minute, mid lanes will meet at the same time as side lanes. Side lane minions will be sped up. This falls off after 14 minutes. I mean, this just literally goes back into playing, so like you can't really look for dives anymore where mid like hard pushes mid and then like there's a timing bot lane to roam bot or top with your jungler, and then they push in that wave, so there's a bit of a timing gap. Basically, if you want to do that same play, you have to lose something mid, whereas before you really wouldn't, or it'd be more obvious. And also, tunnel vision minions that are currently attacking an enemy tower will ignore call for help signals to target enemy champions. Let them focus. That's also interesting. It's interesting that Riot's like, it's changing a core game mechanic. So I don't want to say so late, but like, just like after like years and years, they're changing something. But basically, if you're getting dove and you're attacking enemy champions, the minions won't fucking gang up on you and destroy your HP as well. Which is nice. I mean, basically, it makes, this entire thing here says, let's make diving harder. Let's make, let's get people to late game a bit more securely. That's all this is saying. We're removing a major intended downside of hybrid build. Champion damage to turrets. Champion base AD plus whichever was higher. Bonus AD is %. Champions will deal their total AD plus 6% of their build power. No, damage type still converts to magic damage if 6% is greater than the attacker's bonus AD. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so they're making it so if you go a hybrid build, you're still doing it like good damage to towers. That's nice. Instead of like it taking one or the other. Turret plating. Plate rush time resistance 20% after taking a play. 0 to 180 based on the number of champions, of 45 to 225 based on number of champions. Okay, so after you take a play, there's a moment of time where after you take one plate and this stacks, it becomes harder to take the next plate for a certain amount of time. So they're just making that a bit harder, so making it get even more stats. Unleash teleport is now unleashed at 10 minutes, so you'll probably see a bit more action in the bot lane where people are TPing down at 10 minutes. Teleport cooldown 240 to levels 1 to 10. So at level 10 it's the same. Teleport cooldown. Farsight is superior now. This, you should always buy Farsight. As ADC top and mid, if it's level 9, you switch to Farsight, you profit, you put it along, you put it in your jungle, and it's so good. Oracles, now you can hold 2 charges, that's whatever, it's for less time. I think that's better, honestly. And then you got your ARAM changes, mythic sharp rotations, and all these bugs. Jesus, there's a lot of bugs this patch that they fixed. And then some cool skins. But yeah, that looks to be about it. Enjoy these new items. Abuse your Yomus while you can. Along with abuse your on-hit items while you can as well. That's like really the key points of the patch. Rage Blade, insane item. We got Gale Force, insane item. Kraken, insane item. A lot of the Shiv items are probably pretty strong. Look for hybrid builds. Don't just stick to one because there's a lot of hybrid access in these items now.